What's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at the Kludge M3. It's a gaming mouse with Pixar 3950, a whopping 650 mAh battery, and a sub 50 gram weight. But is this the gaming mouse you've been looking for? Let's find out. Before we get started, I just want to be upfront about something. This mouse was sent to me directly by Kludge. As always, that won't affect my review. I'm going to be as honest and straightforward as possible, pointing out both the good and the bad so you can make informed decisions for yourself. With that out of the way, let's get into the good stuff. When you first open the box, you'll find the M3 gaming mouse itself. Besides the mouse, you also get a wireless receiver, a USB A to Type-C cable for charging and wired mode use, a user manual, and a spare set of VTFE mouse feet. Just a heads up, the skates are not pre-installed, so you'll have to put them by yourself. It's a quick and easy process, but it's something to keep in mind. Now let's talk about the weight because I think this is where the M3 really shines. This mouse weighs 49 grams on my scale. I was honestly amazed at how Kludge pulled this off, especially since this mouse has a bigger battery than many other popular lightweight gaming mouse on the market. Speaking of battery, the M3 packs a 650 mAh capacity. I was able to get a whopping 90 hours of wireless usage on 1K polling rate. Meanwhile, the charging time is more or less 3 hours, so you're not out of the gaming for long. And adding to those information, the weight distribution is a bit front heavy. And for those of you who are very familiar with a wide variety of gaming mice, the shape of Kludge M3 will look very familiar. It's almost identical to Ninjutsu Sora V2. You can also find a similar shape in mice like VXC Martyr Major, the ATK Duckbill, and the Kaisona Mercury SE and Pro versions. The front of the mouse doesn't have much of a flare, and the back has a less pronounced curve. The hump is not too tall, which might be a concern for claw grip users with the same hand size as mine. And just for reference or comparison, my hand measures 18.5 by 9.5 centimeters, and I find the M3 a bit on the small side. I found that if I wanted to use claw grip while gaming, I had to push the mouse down a little bit to get a good hold on it. This is definitely a shape for those who prefer smaller, more compact gaming mice. The Kludge M3 uses Omron switches for the main clicks, which are rated for a 100 million click lifespan. And for the side buttons, they are Wano switches. The main clicks have minimal pre and post travel, and so far I haven't experienced any switch grinding. The clicks themselves are a bit soft but not so mushy. There's also no side flexing on the main buttons, which I think is great. Meanwhile, the side buttons are okay. They're not mushy also and have a slight pre and post travel as well. They don't wobble in place either, which is a good sign of quality. The placement of the side buttons are okay too, and they are reachable. As for the scroll wheel, it's not stiff when you're scrolling and it's not too hard to press down. And here's a quick example of how the mouse sounds. Unfortunately, my unit has a minor build quality issue. When I press both sides of the mouse, I get a bit of creaking or clicking sound. There's also a little bit of rattling when I try to shake it. I think the rattling sound is coming from the connection mode toggle switch. This might be a small detail for most people, but for some, build quality is a make or break factor. By the way, here's an example. As I mentioned earlier, the M3 comes with a set of VTFE mouse skates that you'll need to install yourself. On my cloth mousepad, they feel smooth. However, I haven't had the chance to test them on a glass mousepad, so I cannot speak to their performance there, but coming for a clothpad user, they are good. As for the coating, it's nothing special, but it is a step up from a lot of other budget gaming mice on the market. It can be a bit slippery if your hands are dry, but it is a good functional coating that gets the job done. The RK-M3 has a Pixar 3950 optical sensor. In my almost a month of using it, I haven't had any issues with jittering or any other sensor-related problems. So far, the performance is good and I have no problems encountered. As for its polling rate, the mouse supports up to an 8K polling rate with just one dongle. It can be adjusted on the software. Like I said in my previous videos, my current setup can only test up to 2K polling rate, but so far I have no major concerns with the polling rate and I have experienced no latency issues with the RK-M3. And just like most gaming mice these days, the RK-M3 uses a WebDriver or a web-based application to customize its settings. This is good if you're someone who switches between different operating systems for gaming and productivity. Kludge also provided an executable application which you can download from their website. However, it's only available on Windows. There's no downloadable application for Mac OS. The user interface is very straightforward and easy to navigate. When you first load it up, it's in Chinese, but thankfully, there's a language selection that translates it to English. All the important settings are there, including the DPI, polling rate, left of distance, and debounce time. You can set the DPI increments by 50, with the lowest value being 50. The software also allows you to map buttons and toggle motion sync and ripple control. A nice addition is the battery indicator on the left side. Overall, the software is straightforward and easy to understand. The English translation is also well done and clear. Most importantly, it's available as both a web-based and an executable application. This provides users with flexibility, especially when they are using multiple machines with different operating systems. As of the making of this review, the RK-M3 is priced at $89.99 on Amazon. For my Filipino viewers, you can find it for 3,199 pesos on Shopee. The prices I mentioned can change depending on the promotions or vouchers you use when you get this gaming mouse. Links to where you can get this gaming mouse are posted in the description box below. Feel free to visit them if you want to. So, what are my final thoughts on the RK-M3? Overall, it's really a good mouse. The sub 50g weight is truly amazing, especially when you consider a big battery capacity. The wireless connection is spot on and I had no latency issues at all. The clicks are just right, not too hard and not too soft. As for the price, it's just right for a gaming mouse with a flagship sensor. And one good thing is that you can get this mouse at a much cheaper price if you get it during promotions or when you use vouchers. However, the shape is not for me. It's a bit too small for my hand, and while it can support my palm with a claw grip, I have to push the mouse down a little to get comfortable. Another concern for me is the creaking or clicking sound on the sides of my unit. While the performance is excellent and the weight and battery life are top-notch, the build quality issue is a bit of a red flag for me because it could be a factor in the mouse's long-term durability. Unfortunately, for those reasons, this mouse is not for me. But this build quality issue I'm pointing out might be an isolated case. It might be on my unit only and not on most RK-M3 produced. If you have this gaming mouse and you also encountered this issue, please put a comment below. And that's it guys, we have reached the end part now. Hopefully this video helped you in your purchasing decisions. Till our next, goodbye.